Welcome to the study of No Matter the Way Be Unknown, a poem by Mahadevi Verma, written in Hindi and translated to English by Vinay Darwadkar. Mahadevi Verma is best known as an outstanding Hindi poet. She was a freedom fighter, a women's activist, and educationist. She is widely regarded as the modern Meera, where she is compared to Mirabai, the 16th century Hindu mystic poet. Her prose writings too have been recognized as unique in Hindi literature. Mahadevi Verma is a teacher. She was the principal and then the vice chancellor of the Prayag Mahila Vidyapith, a women's residential college in Allahabad. She was awarded India's highest literary award for lifetime achievement, the Sahitya Akademi Fellowship, followed by the Jnanapith. She was the recipient of the Padma Bhushan in 1956 and the Padma Vibhushan in 1988. Mahadevi Verma belongs to the Chayabad generation of Hindi poetry. It is an era of neo-romanticism in Hindi literature, particularly poetry. It spans the period around 1914 to 1938. Features of Chayabad poetry include an upsurge of romantic and humanist content, renewed sense of the self and personal expression, leaning towards themes of love and nature, individualistic reappropriation through mysticism expressed in a subjective voice. The Chayavad poets had a twin message. To others, they urged the need to hold on to a goal, whatever be the agony in the path towards it. About themselves, they also had the same message to hold on to a goal, but for them, the goal was clear to reach the presence of God. Mahadevi Verma is one of the four pillars of the movement, the others being Jaishankar Prasad, Suryakant Tripathi Nirala, Sumitranandan Pant. Mahadevi Verma's poem, Nihar or The Mist, is recognized as a notable work in the Chayavad movement. No matter the way be unknown. No matter the way be unknown, the spirit solitary, no matter darkness, like the new moons enshroud in cold-touched tears today, wash this gathered cloud. Other eyes do not cry, pupils lightless, lashes dry. Amidst 100 lightnings here, lamplight danced, although this gaze was watery. Others may be the feet that retreat, others that leave resolved to thorns and own defeat. These feet that measure immortality, pledged to pain, incensed with creativity, by the propagation will secure in darkness dawn's golden tapestry. Others will be the biography whose elements will merge with nothingness in dust, its monument, that on which destruction falls today. I walk on every day a continuum of on pearls, a feet of sparks, jubilant fairy. Even if you send an embassy of laughter of spring, that makes the leaf fall dark of angry forehead softer, you will find this breast unflustered, anguish water dreams lotuses clustered. Know this unity in solitude, in separation is binary. No matter the way be unknown, the spirit solitary. The poem speaks of a journey, The traveler is all alone. The path is unknown, and it is a stormy night. But the tears in her eyes wash off this darkness. Unlike certain others who do not cry and have no light in their eyes, the solitary traveler sees a light dancing through her watery gaze. With the help of 100 lightnings, this lamplight that dances before her shows her the way. Section 2. There are travelers who go back from their journey. Their resolve to move on is dropped when they face failures in their mission or thorns on the path. But for the solitary traveler, her feet moves to eternity. She is committed to move on amidst pain. Her steps become creative, and at the end of this darkness, she comes out with the golden tapestry of dawn. Section 3. Those who have dropped their onward journey will have nothing to record of their lives. But the solitary reaper has a life which is victorious and vigorous, bringing her rewards of pearls. The poem concludes thus: changes of seasons will not affect the solitary traveler. The misery of autumn or the fall season may be followed by the laughter of spring. Travel through the waters of pain will take her on with a vision of clustered lotuses, her ultimate goal to be united with the divine. Here we find the Chayavad note as is reflected in the poet. Her travel and her goal remain as two separate entities, like the water of anguish and the cluster of lotuses. But it will be united at the end when the solitary traveler becomes one with the divine. We see this poem as a Chayavad poem where you have the revolutionary, devout female represented as the poet and the narrator. A person aiming at a goal to be united with the divine. The mention of a call may indicate the traveler to be a woman. Hence, the poem can be taken as a philosophical reflection of the poet herself. In the Indian context of her age, it is strange to think of a woman traveling alone, especially at night. She doesn't hide the pain and misery on the way. The difficulties have made her eyes wet with tears. But her goal to be united with the divine has inspired her to move on till she reaches her goal. This poem has a beauty of contrast right from the start. We see these elements of contrast. The journey of the solitary narrator has a goal, but the way is unknown. She contrasts herself with some other travelers. Her tears turn out to be a lamp in her path, but their eyes are lightless. They drop their journey when they face difficulties, but her travel reaches the goal at dawn. Her travel has a note of adventure and victory, but the history of others is not worthy enough to be recorded. These are the points where she contrasts herself with other travelers. The travel may be through contrasting seasons of spring or autumn. The journey is through waters of anguish, but the goal is a cluster of lotuses. The contrast ends when the solitary traveler becomes one with the divine. Now let's listen to the recital of the poem in its original Hindi.
कविता पंथ होने दो अपरिचित। कवयित्री महादेवी वर्मा। पंथ होने दो अपरिचित, प्राण रहने दो अकेला। पंथ होने दो अपरिचित, प्राण रहने दो अकेला। घेर ले छाया अमाबन, आज कज्जल अश्रुओं में रिमझिम ले यह घिराघन। और होंगे नयन सूखे, तिल बुझे और पलक रूखे। आर्द्र चितवन में यहाँ शत विद्युतों में दीप खेला। पंथ होने दो अपरिचित, प्राण रहने दो अकेला। अन्य होंगे चरण हारे, और हैं जो लौटते दे शूल को संकल्प सारे। दुखव्रती निर्माण उन्मद, यह अमरता नापते पद। बांध देंगे अंक संस्कृति से तिमिर में स्वर्ण बेला। पंथ होने दो अपरिचित, प्राण रहने दो अकेला। दूसरी होगी कहानी, शून्य में जिसके मिटे स्वर धूलि में कोई निशानी। आज जिस पर प्रलय विस्मित, मैं लगती चल रही नित। मोतियों की हाट और चिंगारियों का एक मेला। पंथ होने दो अपरिचित, प्राण रहने दो अकेला। हास का मधुदूत भेजो, रोष की भरुभंगिमा। पतझार को चाहे सहेजो, ले मिलेगा उर अचंचल। ले मिलेगा उर अचंचल, वेदना जल स्वप्न शतदल। जान लो वह मिलन एकाकी, विरह में है दुकेला। पंथ होने दो अपरिचित, प्राण रहने दो अकेला। प्राण रहने दो अकेला।
The poem is translated from Hindi to English by Vinay Darwadkar. Darwadkar was born in Pune in 1954 and was educated at St. Stephen's College, Delhi, and the University of Chicago. He has authored a book of poems and has involved as editor of anthologies and collections. He has published translations of modern Hindi, Marathi, Urdu, and Punjabi poetry, as well as essays on literary theory, translation studies, and Indian English literature. The English translation of the poem stays closer to the conventions of the source language Hindi. The translator has brought in a pattern of rhyming which marks the end of each section through the words watery, tapestry, fairy, solitary. This attempts to bring in a natural rhyming pattern that relates to the system followed in the original. The translation is mostly line by line. This and the attempt to follow the metrical conventions of the original keeps the poem closer to its source language. The native user of English may find the flow of ideas and arrangement of words to be slightly strange. However, the translator sticks to a method where the translation is closer in style to the original than the target language. Through this translation, a brilliant specimen of Indian poetry, noted for its features such as philosophical loftiness, model of the Chayavad, and a representative of the elevated female mind of the land, is thrown open to the world. Thank you.